Welcome and thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Rogers and I'm excited to be working in collaboration with the Education Service Center Region 6 to present this module on building positive behaviors at home, loving boundaries, choice, and positive reinforcement for lifelong success. The goals of this module are to communicate positively and set loving boundaries, to create opportunities to empower through positive choices, and to celebrate children's success along the way through positive reinforcement. While this module has been especially developed for families of young children, including those with special needs, all who are interested in this topic are welcome to join. Our time together begins with communicating with children, followed by setting loving boundaries, providing positive choices, and celebrating success to continue to build positive behaviors at home. Let's begin with something every parent already knows. The loving connection between every parent and their child is the foundation for building positive behaviors. A child's play is a natural and joyful way to build that loving connection, as we will see in the following video.
Positive communication with our children helps them develop in a healthy way and strengthens our bond with them.
Parents can really kind of tune into what their kids are saying to kind of build those communication skills, help their children build language skills by saying, you know, what did you say, and repeating back what the kids said and reflecting on that emotion that kids are expressing.
There are 4 steps for communicating positively with your child. Step 1, praise. Use praise to help your child know what you'd like them to do. Be clear and specific with your praise. Instead of good job, say, good job putting away your toys.
Great job putting your toys away, Jenny.
It's very, very important as a parent to be conscious as much as possible of what your kids are doing, but you're checking in on them enough that there's opportunities to acknowledge what they're doing, that it's good.
Step 2, imitation. You can copy or imitate the things your child is doing that you want them to keep doing. This shows your child that you are paying attention to them and interested in what they are doing. When copying and imitating, make sure you do the things the way your child does. Do not try to do things better or faster than your child.
Then they see that you've recognized that they're doing something that you're also doing. Wow, mommy likes that. Mommy likes to play with my dolls too, so that must be something good that I'm doing. I'm gonna do that again in the future.
Step 3, description. Describing or talking about what your child is doing while they play shows your child you are noticing their good behavior. You can act like a sportscaster who is telling people what is happening in a game. You are putting the red block on the green block and making a tall tower. Step 4, active listening. Giving your child your full attention when you are playing and talking with them can help build your relationship. At least once a day, try to really focus on being with your child. Try to decrease distractions like cell phones so you can give her your full attention. One way to actively listen is to talk about what your child is doing or to repeat what your child says. You can also add more detail to encourage them to talk to you more. For example, your child may say, "I colored it." But with active listening, you may add to that and say, "Yes, you colored her dress blue and red." Active listening can also help children name their feelings. For example, if your child is crying and says she's not happy, you may say, "You seem unhappy and sad." Playtime is a great time to practice praise, imitation, description, and active listening. You can also use these skills anytime you are with your child, at dinner, in the car, and when giving a bath.
As we have just seen, yes, play is fun, and play is an opportunity to build strong connections. Parents communicate positively through the 4 simple steps of praising, imitating, describing, and active listening, all while having fun. While this is a bit more challenging when there are some communication differences, it is still possible through the use of supportive communication tools. Here we see an example of a communication board that can help bridge those communication differences or challenges. Let's watch how a similar tool can support a playful interaction and build that strong connection.
Oh my goodness, he ate a red one. But that one was yellow. He's gonna eat a yellow one. I am watching you feed the pig. Oh no. He is eating too much. Uh-oh. Did he fall down? Yeah. Gonna get the green one to make him eat some more. Do you want to open him up? Are you gonna open the back to get them all out? Good job. Yeah. Good job. You opened it up. Shake them all out. What? Is it stuck? There they go. They're coming out.
Uh-oh.
Are you looking for more? Look at them. They are all coming out, aren't they? You're persistent. Oh, I love it. You told me that you need some help? Okay. Oh, the dice is in there. How'd that get in there? Did you put that in there? Did you put the dice in there? That does not go in there. No. All right. Pig is all ready to go. Are you ready to feed him? Yeah, eat. Yeah, he's ready to eat. He's ready to eat a red one. Give him a red hamburger. What's the matter? What's wrong? He's hurting? Yeah, his mouth is hurting? What's wrong with his mouth? What's wrong? I think he's alright. He's okay. Yep, he's all good. He's ready to eat some more. He's good to go. You're right. He is eating all of the food, isn't he? He likes the red one. He likes to eat the yellow too. No dice. No, no. Luke. No dice. He only eats the hamburgers. He's gonna eat some more. Yeah. Did you get a yellow one?
Yellow.
You're gonna put the yellow one in his mouth? He likes the purple one.
Papa. Papa. When.
It is round. More.
No. Eating.
More, please, he says. Yum, yum. He's happy to be eating all this food.
Eating.
Oh, do you want him to cook it with his spatula first? I hear you saying eating. Good. He is eating. You're being silly. You put the hamburger on his head. Oh, now he has a red one on his hat. You silly goose. More. Uh-oh, do we need to get them out? Get them out so that he can eat more? Yeah, open. Good job. We're going to open his back and let them fall out.
Your child's teacher is an excellent resource to identify specific communication tools that might be a good fit for your son or daughter. There are also many free resources available online. ProjectCore.com is one such resource that has a variety of different communication tools depending on the strengths and needs of each child. Let's build on that strong connection that you have with your child by adding some loving boundaries. While boundaries might be difficult to establish, they are so important for a child's success. Children respond better to boundaries that are clear and consistently reinforced. As Brenda Yoder says, boundaries teach children to trust not only others but also themselves. But what are important boundaries to set? Think of this. 5 rules respected 100% of the time are better than 20 rules respected some of the time. As your child responds positively to boundaries, then you can continue to add more as they continue to grow and learn. And we can accomplish so much with the help of visual supports. We can set those loving boundaries by teaching what we want to see, providing structure and routines, encouraging independence while improving understanding and providing positive choices. Once you decide on the important boundaries for you to set, communicate your expectations to your child in a simple way, a very straightforward way. For children with special needs, this may require more than just telling them. You may need to use pictures, do some role playing, use gestures to help your child understand exactly what you expect and what they're working toward. Consistency is key, so make sure that grandparents, babysitters, siblings, teachers are all on board with your messages. As you set those loving boundaries, be ready to set your child up for success and support a positive outcome. Some examples might include, let me know if you need any help. As soon as you're finished, let's go outside for a walk. I can't wait for you to show me how you put your toys away. You are such a good helper. Loving boundaries can be set with a schedule or routine that is visually clear for your child. While there are many ways to develop a visual schedule at home, the use of pictures and colors can help your child understand it best. Along with the schedule, timers can help to set boundaries throughout the day, especially for those more difficult transitions such as going to bed or cleaning up. Another way to set loving boundaries is to clarify what the desired behavior is, what you want to see, in contrast with what you don't want to see. In this example, a parent is setting the boundary that meals and snacks are to be eaten at the kitchen table. Visuals can be added to clarify that eating on the floor is not okay and eating at the table is okay. In yet another example, we see that a parent is setting the boundary that coloring on the wall is not okay in the hallway, but coloring on the wall in the bathroom is okay. And it's not to say that these specific examples should be your family's important boundaries, but rather that each family should decide on what is most important for their family's well-being. With strong connections and loving boundaries, it's time now to move to positive choices. Choices can be so powerful. When we have opportunities to make choices for ourselves, and when others respect our decisions, it helps us to feel like we're in more control of our lives. Think of all the choices that you make every day as an adult. This is a lifelong skill. Let's begin early to teach how to make positive choices. A child-friendly way to teach positive choices is through a social story or social narrative. This narrative helps to teach about one specific topic, event, or social skill. The goal of the story is to share accurate information and provide positive choices in a patient and reassuring manner that's easily understood by your child. Stories can be effective at home, in the community, at school. Teacher ratings of the effectiveness of social stories shows that this strategy is very effective 51% of the time, somewhat effective 47% of the time, with only 3% being ineffective. These are pretty good odds for this particular strategy. While stories can be written for almost any situation, this particular story has been written to help a child expand their food choices beyond their one and only favorite food, which is chips. Every parent knows that a healthy diet is important, but how do we make that happen when this is such a challenge for this particular child? As we read the following social story about trying new foods, look for all the positive choices included for the child to consider. Foods have nutrients that help my body grow big and strong. Different foods have different nutrients. When I try new foods, I might find something yummy. Different foods taste and feel different. I can try just a little bit. I can start by touching and holding the food. I can also smell the food first. I can take a minute before I try my new food. Then I can take a bite. I might like it. I can also try new foods with a dip or sauce that I already like. I want to be healthy, and so I will try to eat new foods that will help me grow and be strong. I can do this. So think of a challenging situation that your child might experience. Is it sharing? Is it putting their things away? Is it brushing their teeth? You can write a story just about anything. Once you have the right graphics and the right words, then remember to read it when we're nice and calm so that when we need it, it'll be more effective. Let's listen to a teacher and how she used a social story to help bridge the transition between home and school, between parent and teacher.
I think building relationships with parents is one of the most important pieces of working with families. It's my belief that it's impossible for us to properly engage the child if we do not first build the relationship with parents.
So part of that is just when they enter the classroom, not being judgmental about their situations, and each time they walk through that door, greeting them to let them know that we're very excited about them being in the classroom with us. So, for example, for the most part, it's a lot of mothers that drop off their children here at Early Head Start in our classroom. And just recently we had a father who began to drop off his child. And with that child, we used social stories to help transition from parent to the primary caregiver for the day. And when Dad dropped off, we did not have a social story because he had not dropped off previously. So I asked Dad, I said, is it possible for you to come tomorrow so that we can create this social story to help Landon transition into the classroom? And he agreed to do that. The next day when he came, we took lots of pictures and we went through what Landon does every single morning when he comes into the classroom. So now Dad is able to use that social story to help Landon transition into the classroom every day. So they both always know what to expect when they arrive.
These are just a few of the ways that you can provide positive choices. Do you want to do it here or there? Do you want to do it now or later? Do you want me to help you, or do you want to do it by yourself? Be creative and have fun. Now it's time to celebrate success that you have built. One of the most powerful ways to build positive behaviors is through celebrating success, or positive reinforcement. It's important to reinforce effort and improvement rather than focusing only on perfect results or those big steps. Positive reinforcement occurs after a positive behavior has taken place, which makes it a positive consequence. That's right, it is actually a consequence. While we often think of a consequence as being punitive, applied behavior analysis, or ABA, helps to broaden the understanding of a consequence and the implications for positive reinforcement. Look for success, and when good things do happen, celebrate and continue to build more positive behaviors in the future. In the next video, we will see many different ways to celebrate and provide positive reinforcement.
Is your child having a difficult time following directions or calming down when they are upset or anxious? If so, adding reinforcement into your day can be a powerful way to help. What is reinforcement? Reinforcement is something that comes after behavior that increases the chance of that behavior happening again in the future. It isn't something your child likes, it is something that they like so much that they are willing to work for it. This means they're willing to do something that may be hard or they don't like because the reinforcement at the end is worth it. Why might reinforcement be helpful? Reinforcement is helpful for everyone, both children and adults. It is something we all use to learn new skills or to get through things that are hard for us, like earning a prize at the end of a race or getting paid to go to work. It can be especially helpful for people with autism who may be asked to do things that might be more difficult for them or make them more overwhelmed or anxious than someone else. Reinforcement tells your child that you understand their frustration with tasks that may be hard and have found something that they can focus on during an activity. This can help your child learn new tasks more easily, like getting dressed or doing schoolwork, and can help them have a more positive experience with overwhelming activities, like going to the doctor. How do I use reinforcement with my child? First, decide which reinforcers you might use that make sense for your child. If you're having a hard time thinking of some, think about what they do when they have free time. Then decide how you can make that available as a reinforcer, such as a favorite game, a specific snack, or time on the computer. Or sometimes it may just be a break from everything. Then, decide in what type of situations you want to use reinforcement to help your child with things that they don't seem to enjoy doing, or things that they may have a hard time doing. If possible, save the reinforcers for your child to only have them after these activities. This will help the reinforcement work much better. You may communicate this through a visual support, such as a First Then board. For more information on this, please watch our First Then video. Next, set up situations for success to increase the chance they will earn the reinforcer so they can learn through this experience. For more information on how to do this, please watch our video on the ABCs of behavior. Once your child has completed the task or activity you identified, immediately provide them with the reinforcer to help them understand why they earned it. Let's take a look at reinforcement in action. David needed help completing activities after school, like homework and chores.
All right, David, we're going to write our name and do our homework.
His mother decided to use reinforcement during this time of day to help. She thought about what David likes and decided she would use tablet time, cookies, and time to play with his animal figurines as possible options. To more easily teach David how to earn reinforcement, Mom first used it during tasks he usually completed willingly and successfully, like changing into play clothes when he got home from school.
Good job! Here's your cookies. Thank you for getting dressed.
Next, she started using reinforcement during his homework time and his after-school chores. Mom used simple language to tell David what he would earn for completing those tasks, and helped him get started in order to set him up for success.
Okay, we're gonna do write your name, and then you can play with your penguin for a minute.
Just give me that.
Okay, write your name first.
She also helped him throughout the tasks by breaking down what he was doing, using cues to help him, and providing praise in a detailed way throughout for the small things he did along the way.
You did it! You're almost done.
As soon as he was done with the task, Mom provided more praise and immediately let him have access to the reinforcer.
Good job! Look, here are all of your penguins now. That was a great job, thank you.
As he was understanding the concept more, she added in choice to make sure he picked something that was really reinforcing to him in that moment.
Now you can pick to do tablet, cookies, or animals. Which do you want?
Cookie.
Okay, hand me that card. All right, we're gonna do cookies. Good job. You did it! Great job! All right, here we go.
As these tasks became easier for him, she started having him earn one reinforcer after he completed all of his homework and chores, instead of after each activity.
Okay, look, here's what we're working for. You're gonna get to pick what you work for after you do homework, snack, and a chore. And then you can decide what you want after you're all done with those things. Do you wanna work for tablet, cookies, or animals?
No. Just give me that. Animals.
Okay, so put the animals on there. Good job. Okay, so first is homework. Let's get ready to do your homework.
She continued to provide a lot of praise and high fives after each activity though, because she knows how much he likes that.
Good job, you did your homework. Now you can use my marker and check off homework. Okay, now what's next?
Snack.
Okay, let's go for snack. You did your last chore of cleaning up. All right, now we can get your animals. Good job.
She also began to use reinforcement during other times of the day that were difficult, like going to the grocery store. As he gets older, she may begin to use reinforcement for longer-term goals, such as earning something on the weekend based on how many chores he completes. Using reinforcement can help decrease your child's anxiety, irritability, and challenging behaviors while increasing independence and success. Please check back in.
A tip for parents and teachers alike is that positive reinforcers work best if you reward appropriate behavior as soon as it happens and as consistently as possible. Encourage accomplishment by reminding your child about what he or she can earn for meeting the goals that you've set, whether it's getting stickers or screen time or listening to a favorite song. And be sure to praise and reward your child for their efforts as well as their successes. So think of a child who is learning to go to the bathroom and the toilet, but they may be rewarded for using the potty that's near the toilet as a beginning step. Rose Kennedy has said, "Life isn't a matter of milestones, but of moments." Maybe your child can't put on his or her shoes the first time or the 10th time, but they keep trying. Will you encourage that? When you believe in your child and that they can do something, you empower him or her to reach that goal. The same is true, after all, for behavior. As we come to our close, remember to celebrate each success. Celebrate your children as you continue to celebrate your family. For additional support, please contact your district special education department or Pam Bumpus, the Early Childhood for Special Education Specialist at the Education Service Center, Region 6. It has been my pleasure to spend this time with you. I wish you and your family all the best. Cheers to each of you.